jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. and right now you tuned into World Combat Sports.
Roy, playtime's over, boy. What's good, man? WCS back on Boulevard. You already know, Wild Man had something come up at the last minute. But big shout out to the soldiers who held it down. I appreciate you for staying on deck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Blunts, you know, dropping the 411. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, staying close to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Being on the front lines, letting the brother know what's good. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people give a damn and some people actually care. You feel me? That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? The small shit, man, it's crazy. But, hey, welcome to Kilroy EP 27. USMC retired. You know Kilroy's everywhere. And that's where I'm at with this topic. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like big shout out to First in the Building. You know what I'm saying? The first in the building. The first in the building. Stick 'em boys fishing this. You already know, man. Class in session. Salute WCS. Salute chat fam. You already know. Stick 'em boys. On deck, Andrew Charles in the building. Welcome back. Salute to you, Andrew, man. Thanks for supporting the channel there, Drew. Dropping that knowledge, keeping it genuine. We can't say real. I don't want to say real no more on this channel because real can be real fake. We got some solid ones, bro. Chef on deck. Salute WCS. Brooklyn is in the building, man. Boxing 101 for the Aero Lights. The Aero Lights and Aerosexuals. He gave you 2 tags on one Aerosexuals. Big Blunts and boxing in the building, man. Shout out to you, GOAT, the soldier on deck, man. Appreciate you looking out, man. Thanks for looking out, brother. Appreciate you. Jones on deck. WCS salute, OG. Salute to you, Jones. Thanks for pulling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's another day of the week. We progressing along real nice. You know what I'm saying? It's Tuesday. And of course, it's always something going on. But let me get the XO Factory in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Salute for pulling up on deck once again. IB, who I be on deck. Yes, sir. WCS back on the boulevard. You know it. Shout out to IB in the building. The real ones. The real ones. That's all we need. We don't need a whole lot. We just need the real ones. Shout out to Team Tucker, Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, a.k.a. Showtime Shaw, on deck. In the building, the one and only, official, certified. You know what I'm saying? They call him the media marketing agent. He's been on the big screen, you know, still doing his thing. Man, keep on goddamn stepping on them, UGK. You know what it is, man. The underground king in the building, as always, dropping that sauce. Mr. Pass, what's good with it? Salute to you. N-O-N-O. Yes, he's back. What it do, man? What up, family? What's good with your fam? Everybody seems like they having a pretty decent day so far, man. You know what I'm saying? It's close to lunch, so some of you got some hot shit in front of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you went to eat for lunch. You got some hot shit in front of you, bro. It seems like y'all doing very well for yourself. But let's talk about those individuals that continue to walk around and feel some type of way. I don't know why they so mad. I don't know why these niggas so mad. But they mad, and the first thing they always talk about is WCS subscribers. But I'm like, God damn it, how many crabs can I hold before I dump you in the grease? You getting cooked regardless. Regardless. Going from channel to channel. Bitching and moaning. And I'm saying, y'all better shut the fuck up and leave me alone before I get to headstoning. You don't want to take me there. I'm trying to keep this shit straight up on boxing. And y'all want to goddamn send whoever, ghost accounts, and all this shit because you don't like what I'm talking about. Listen, brothers, sisters, because it's sisters too. Sisters always try to bring their ass around here trying to talk about peace. But yet you ain't trying to clean up the people that's causing all the problems, man. You can't just come to the WCS and say, okay, why you keep talking about so-and-so? I'm not talking about just one person. And most of the times I was on here, like I tell you before, and I ain't saying this shit no. Most of the times that I'm headstoning, I'm freaking defending myself. But in this case, it's nothing new with what I said. This is the message I'm trying to get across to the listeners that's in my chat, period. Whoever else is listening, so be it. You don't want to damn hit the like button. You don't want to damn support the channel, so be it. But it comes a time when you have to grow up and stop choosing and being selective on whether you want to be a dummy today because you was a dummy yesterday. If you sit up here, listen to these voices lie to you about boxing, right? You know this shit is a lie. Because I know damn well I got some educated people in the chat. I can't fucking tell lies like that too. They're not gonna drop no super chat to WCS because I'm fucking lying to them. They're gonna say, hold up, man. This is not what you was about. You ain't been him. You lying to us, bro. That shit didn't happen. I know for a fact. I've been around here long enough. That shit didn't happen. What are you doing? Why are you changing up? Why all of a sudden you want to act like the very same people that you was criticizing WCS? And that's where I'm trying to go. That's why I sit up here and speak the way I do on certain situations, because you got grown ass adults that want to wear the cap of stupidity, bro. They wear that shit lovely too. They say, man, hey, I don't care what you thinking. I'm going to let this motherfucker lie to me. It ain't just one either. There's plenty of them out there that love lying. But was I wrong, though? Have you seen this nigga come up here and do a reaction video and check me on some shit that I said that was wrong? I encourage him to do that. But I don't want people to think that you're still trying to put the word out there like this has something to do with clout. Listen, this nigga Blue don't have no clout. This nigga Blue don't have no clout. What I said about Bozy Ennis them and this entire situation with Espinosa, it doesn't take a brain scientist, a brain surgeon to figure this shit out. No one's making fights on YouTube, man. Goddamn, get that shit to your head. No one's making fights to that magnitude on YouTube. Nobody's making fights of this magnitude in the YTC. I repeat, you hear the same person pretending like he's gonna clout chase Terrence Crawford's name on fucking YouTube. He tried to act like he had something to do with David Avanesian. Not the case. He wanted to get involved with Adrian Broner. That's easy. Okay, Adrian Broner is part of the BLK. They let you be a part of something. But yet, when he's off the card, where's AB now? He's not coming over here talking to you and kicking it and freaking saying, you know what, I owe you this one. So I'm going to return back to your platform and let your listeners know because I owe them this. Didn't happen. Now, all of a sudden, you know how they used to say back in the day, they got a wild hair up their ass. Yeah, you did, Charlie. Wild hair up your ass. What's wrong with you? So some people over there got a wild hair up their ass. And they say, you know, why don't we make a fight? First of all, are y'all working for free? Because I don't remember anybody from Terrence Crawford camp. I didn't hear Bernie the Boxer say anything about BLK Prime working with y'all. None of that shit. I didn't hear anybody about nothing. Why would y'all automatically say, well, let's make up this fight with this fighter, Crawford, and let's get him an opponent? Who better to ask? Let's ask a YouTuber, a content creator on YouTuber. A content creator on YouTuber. Another YouTuber. The only YouTuber that's willing to go above and beyond to be in the front of shit. Instead of him leading, he been ran the fuck over. There's no way in hell you working for free and a light bulb pop in. You know what? Let's create it. Let's get a fight. You know, let the opponent be Jaron Ennis, and let's just, what's that word they love to use? Let's just give them the shock value they looking for. Let me hand Bozy Ennis a surprise and come out of nowhere to my, y'all want to fight Crawford? Look, Crawford is not the fighter that you just quickly make a fight for, people. Terrence Crawford is not the fighter you just quickly, impulsively make a fight for. Especially if you boots Ennis. They're attempting to get a championship. They're not trying to take an L like that. Now, I must congratulate and commend Virgil Ortiz for keeping it authentic. Virgil Ortiz has let us know that he's not ready for Crawford. Plenty of times. He's put it out there. I'm not ready. Nope. Not accepting that paperwork. I know what that is. Nope. Don't want it. Don't need it right now. Okay. When it comes to Jaron Ennis, right? They have shown us through action. See, Virgil, the Mexican fighter, he told us, he used his own words. You know what I'm saying? He stood up as a man. He stuck his chest out. No, I'm not ready for that fight. I don't want that fight with Terrence Crawford. Okay. So Terrence Crawford couldn't duck a fighter who potentially could have fought him because he admitted that he didn't want to smoke. And then Jaron Ennis comes along. They got to pretty much take shots at Crawford. But yet, they the same boat as Virgil Ortiz. They don't want to fight either. But they don't want to say they don't want to fight because they know what's on YTC. You have a lot of people that's getting him ready to set sail because Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and all them cats, they're going to be far gone from the welterweight division. So they're trying to jump on they're trying to hurry up and run to the station to jump on that train of Boots Ennis. But Boots Ennis has shown us that he wasn't interested. He felt that Errol Spence was the easy route. You see where I'm going with this? Errol Spence, before he started picking up the WBA and the WBC title, he wanted to take the easy route. So he took the easy route. He was successful with taking the easy route. Now, you have other lions that's been paying attention from the shade, and now they trying to take the easy route. Come on, you know this shit is real. Jaron Ennis tried to take the easy route because he know Errol Spence is easier than Crawford. But the one route and his method for doing this is that at least Errol Spence fought 3 different champions. Errol Spence fought 3 different champions, y'all. Kell Brooks, Sean Porter, and Urdinas Ugas. Fought 3 different champions. What makes the route even easier for Jaron Ennis is that he can potentially collect all these belts if he got a shot at Errol Spence. He doesn't have to go from champion to champion to champion. So for him, all he has to do is go in there and beat a fighter who I believe is debilitated. Strictly off him fucking off the sport, him getting in an accident, and those around him not doing enough to keep him on the straight and narrow to be the best he could be. I'm being honest with you, bro. I'm being honest with you. James, what's good? Al Money on deck. I see you, Al Money. So, we go back to the Blue Blood situation. Blue Blood has once again started off 2023 the same way he left 2022. He's sitting up here filtering out information that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The stuttering tells me that you wasn't a part of that whole entire conversation that you're speaking on. So therefore, when it comes to you to provide us with details, you can't do it. You're trying to create your own story. You can't create your own story like that because you're on live and people will say, whether you lying, just like WCS is telling you, certain aspects of what you're saying, you're lying about. You wasn't there. You would say that you made the phone calls, no stuttering. You say you spoke to Bozy Ennis, no stuttering. You're telling people clearly that your people, BOK Prime, they asked you a question and you initiated Jaron Ennis. First of all, you're not on Team Ennis. The truth be told, you should be doing what YSM is doing. But since YSM Sports have that shit locked down over there, you show up every now and then, bro. That dude is damn near in your backyard. And you can damn take a trip down there whenever you feel like. But no. You need to wait till he get a higher stature. You supposed to be with YSM Sports. YSM Sport is in the fighting hole. You know what I'm saying? He's dug in. He's dug in over there at that gym. When Boots Ennis get to that championship and win that championship, goddamn YSM is gonna get the first exclusive. That's really how it's supposed to be. Real talk. You can't say YSM Sports is clout chasing. He's not clout chasing. He's there. He's putting in the work. Blue, clout chasing. Blue is not a part of any type of freaking gym at all. Not even Errol Spence, not even Bud Crawford. So for you to come up here and think that, well, I'm going to speak and suggest Jaron Ennis as an opponent. Who does that shit? Isn't that how Lou DiBella got fired from Deontay Wilder? Didn't he try to go behind his back and set up a deal over there in the UK with Anthony Joshua? Isn't that how the fallout happened? I know that's a far-fetched scenario, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is Blue doesn't have no ties. He don't have no ties. They have the authorization to go up here and suggest Team Ennis to fight a guy like Bud Crawford just because oh man, a light bulb popped. I'm bored right now. We got to do damage control for Adrian Broner dropping out of the fight card and the whole card going to waste. We got to do damage control right now. We got to get some more attention on BOK Prime. So what they do? This story breaks. Man, nobody ain't believing this shit. Nobody's believing that Scotty is going to be a YouTube content creator who has contact information. All right? And let's just say I reach out to some people I know, and then we're talking, and all of a sudden they say, hey, man, and this happened before. Man, it'd be good if so-and-so can fight so-and-so. I say, well, just let me reach out to him. Now, listen now, you have to factor in a lot of things. Who's this fighter with? Okay? Who's this fighter with? So in this particular case, when I say with, I'm speaking about managers. Because Blue Blood has been known to skip past the managers because he feel he don't have to talk to the managers. Come on now, I'm not making this shit up. He's been on record as skipping over managers and trying to talk directly to the fighter, aka Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, you think I didn't know that? That blue blood. See, there's a lot of shit I know, but I don't speak on it on regularity because you're not my center of attention every time I go live. But wasn't you the same person trying to lock in Demetrius Andrade? You was trying to lock him in. And just because you were talking shit about his manager, remembered what you said. And you try to bypass his manager and talk directly to Demetrius Andrade because you didn't want to take the heat. You didn't want to take the resistance that you was going to get from his manager. We all know who his manager is. But I'm just keeping this title specific. You try to go directly to Demetrius Andrade and speak and not speak to the manager. That's unprofessional, bro. So when you did this shit with Bozy, I'm like, okay, Bozy is in a different position. He feel he can go directly to Bozy. But does Jaron Ennis have a manager? Who is his manager? Is his father his manager? Are they still with Cameron Duncan? I don't know. Can somebody drop in the chat? Who is Jaron Ennis' manager? Can y'all please bless me in the chat? Shout out to Cam. I am Cam Edwards on deck. AC Big Blunts, XO, Hello Ones, Toby Bartlett, Swat Jones. One love to my guys. One love to you, Cam. Appreciate you pulling up. One love to the Archbishop WCS in the chat. Apostles in the building to layeth the hands and spread the good news of boxing. Can I get an amen? Can someone please let me know who's Jaron Ennis' manager? Please, come on now. I got some educated boxing fanatics. Hardcore. Who is Jaron Ennis' manager? Does anybody know at the time? So if Cameron Duncan, let's say Cameron Duncan is Boots' manager, why is Blue Blood Sports coming on here talking directly to Bozy? See, you say you're an advisor. But Al Heyman is advisor, manager, or whatever you choose to call him, right? So if you're an advisor and you holding the position down, you're not a matchmaker, but you're an advisor, right? And they're using you as the middleman. Why didn't you reach out to Cameron first? Why didn't you give him the proper respect and reach out to Cameron instead of Bozy Ennis, the father/trainer? Wouldn't that would have been the right way to do it, the professional way to do it, reaching out to his, manager first and putting that out? No, you don't respect that protocol. If Cameron Duncan is still the active manager, how is this fight going to go through? See, I'm adding bits and pieces to this bullshit ass story. You know what I'm saying? This 3-wheel carriage with a motherfucking work mule on the front of it. Talking about I'm going to race in the Kentucky Derby. Nobody's believing that shit. You think you're going to run shit? Why do people get paid for positions? Especially in boxing. You think you're going to run shit past Cameron Duncan straight to Bozy and they're going to have all this big talk and Cameron's just going to be sitting there talking about, shit, let me check my phone. Somebody sent me a notification. What's this about? Hey, Cameron. Do you know it's a big meeting going on about one of your fighters? Did you know that? No, I didn't know that. Yeah, they talking about trying to set up some fantasy fight with Terrence Crawford with BOK Prime and all that, and they talking about getting together with Steven Espinosa, Showtime, and all that. Did you know anything? No, I didn't know any of that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you hear Blue Blood emphasize that he had called up Cameron Duncan? No, Blue Blood is very, very unprofessional because he did not follow protocol. And in the sport of boxing, people get fucked up. for bypassing managers. Let's say, for instance, let's take Serafina and Anthony Peterson, the situation they had going on, where Anthony Peterson was signed at one time, then he attempted to separate. Somewhat the same thing that happened with Jaron Ennis and then Chris Menendor's situation. The Chris Menendor situation with Cameron Duncan, when they tried to split and go separate ways, but Chris Menendorf had the paperwork. He said, no, it just wasn't a managerial position. This was a promotional deal. So since it is a promotional deal, you have a certain, I don't know the fine details. You have to this point, this, that, and the other to be with the promotion as a fighter, sign as a fighter. You know, until then, if you choose to fight, I'm going to get a percentage of your purse. Everybody else over there is going to get a percentage of your purse, but I'm thinking about me. Per the promotion deal, I'm going to get a percentage of your purse. Anthony Peters' situation, he was supposed to fight in damn D.C. with his brother Lamont. Anthony Peterson get pulled off the D.C. card. This is little business shit they're not going to tell you because they just feel it's all about the super chats and being reckless. Why does Scotty come on here and talk about shit that I'm not affiliated with? I'm not holding down no position with no promotion. But Anthony Peterson was pulled off the card because it's been a battle behind the scene with him and his previous manager, and Serafina wasn't having it. And somehow, some way, from what I heard, that she made a phone call. God damn it, you ain't fighting. I don't care if it is in your backyard. You ain't fighting. Not when you still signed to me. Not that I didn't approve that shit either. You're not fighting on this card in your backyard. Did y'all hear sometime in Blue Bloods breaking this news? Did you hear anybody else talk about this shit? Did you hear anybody else ask where the manager was? Who was the manager? If Bozy Ennis is the manager / trainer, then I would definitely like to be educated. If Cameron Duncan is still the manager, if he's still the manager, why then Blue Blood speak on going to the manager just like you're supposed to do? Not this sloppy, ghetto-ass, ratchet, schoolyard type of sandbox behavior where you just think you just walking up on the scene. Well, just pick and choose whatever you want to do. You want to slide down the board? Play on a swing set? What about the seesaw? That's just not the way they do business over here. When Serafina made that phone call, because other committed contractual obligations with Anthony Peterson, he was pulled off the card. Boom, period. This is a card now in his backyard that he was supposed to fight with his brother Lamont Peterson, who ended up fighting on the card and got stopped. After telling me he wasn't coming back to the ring. That's neither here nor there, but he did say that. But now we have this situation just because, okay, Crawford's name in it, and we're talking about BLK Prime because BLK Prime get most of their notoriety, you know, in the YTC. And the person that's their spokesperson, the spokesperson for them, right? Blue, that's on YouTube, he's not being formal about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's very unorganized. But yet, when he initially bought BLK Prime, it was just all about buying the pay-per-view, convincing people that Brian Norman would be the face. And me being in the backyard, Brian Norman, that I'm looking at him to basically fight down here. I want to see where this is going. I really want to see. They say, okay, I searched far and wide for Brian Norman, and nothing else came from it. But you know another thing he didn't tell you. When he's up here searching far and wide with BLK Prime, did he tell you who he talked to? Who was Brian Norman's manager at the time? I bet he's not going to tell you who Brian Norman's manager was at the time. I bet he ain't going to tell you who Brian Norman Jr. manager was at the time and how that conversation went. Somebody in the chat, anybody in the chat, the time he was up here bringing Brian Norman up to YTC and having him on his live, who was Brian Norman's manager? Who was Brian Norman's manager? I can't make this shit up now. Stick with me. Who was Brian Norman's manager, bro? Because they always talk about WCS and subscribers. I'm just trying to damn work this puzzle together so y'all can see how this dude, how he works the Sesame Street really, really good. He can play all the characters. All the characters. But who was Brian Norman's manager at the time? Shout out to Cosmic One. I want to make sure I get that name correct. Cosmic One on deck. Cosmic One on deck. Over. Over. Transmission received. Over. We have eyes on Cosmic One. Salute to you. Salute to you. So Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, a.k.a. Showtime Shaw, said Cameron Duncan. So if Cameron Duncan was the manager for Brian Norman Jr. and they was going to get him a fight, do you believe that certain individuals, did you ever hear Blue talk about communicating with Cameron Duncan when he was bringing Brian Norman, parading him all over YTC? Nah. He don't have no respect. He don't have no respect. Did he mention Cameron Duncan like that? How's you going to make a fight without Cameron Duncan knowing that shit? And if you want to mention all this BLK, let's keep it real with the listeners. In order for you to get a fight with Brian Norman, you ain't making this shit happen. You're not a manager, bro. You keep on talking like you making this shit happen. You had to speak to somebody that's considered the manager. You didn't go straight to Brian Norman's dad, right? Shout out to Senior. You didn't go to Senior and say, Senior, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to make him the face of BLK Prime and this, that, and the other. And Senior said, okay. He probably asked you, did you speak to his manager? Did you speak to Cameron? Did you speak to Cameron? You got to run that shit to Cameron because boxers know they don't want to be in no legal shit. They don't want to be treated like Anthony Peterson. This is real shit, bro. It's levels to understanding what goes on behind the scene. It's levels to people being professionals. Blue has been all over the place. Ask him who he had to communicate with for when he brought so-called the face of BLK Prime and who he had to communicate with. He had to communicate with Cameron Duncan. We're talking about money. We're talking about future fights. Cameron Duncan don't get any of that. If everybody can bypass a manager and make a fight happen, did y'all ever hear him talk about Crawford's manager? Did Crawford manager? Who is Crawford's manager? Is Crawford a free agent? No manager, no nobody? When this thought came to your presence, right? When it dinged, and you say, "Oh shit," did you only told us that you talked to BLK Prime? BLK Prime said, "Okay, we could talk to Crawford." Crawford said it was okay. He ain't never been in the ring with somebody like me. That's not the way it works. Y'all have to follow protocol. I'm not hearing Blue mention managers in this equation. Where's the managers in the pecking order if you're trying to sell a story out to the YTC that you this big dog and you making all these moves? So if manager's not a big deal, why don't we hear why we don't see niggas bypassing Al Heyman then and going straight to Tom Brown? Please do tell. Do tell. Why don't we see niggas bypassing Al? I'm going, man, fuck that, man. I'm gonna go straight to shit. I ain't talking to him, man. I barely even see him. So since I don't see him, I'm gonna act like I don't know him. So you trying to tell me all those fighters of PBC, people just go and do what Blue's doing? They just going and doing what Blue's doing, right? They're not talking to the managers, advisors. They're just going straight to the dang fighter themselves and making these fights. When he was telling the story and talking about they was on the phone for about an hour, which they wasn't on the phone for an hour. So let's put about in there, about an hour, right? Where did we hear any information of people outside the president of Showtime and BLK Prime, those individuals that have to be informed that this type of situation is happening as we speak. It's other people that should have been on that phone call. And I'm not talking about Zap Judah. I'm about to break another piece of this shit down for you. Just think about it like this. Blue Blood came out and said Bozy Ennis felt some type of way that BLK Prime was trying to undermine Showtime. But what the fuck has Blue been doing when he's been telling absolute complete lies to his people about this boxing shit, where he's been trying to undermine the position of the managers? Can someone explain that shit to me? Can somebody explain that to me, please? How can you sit up here and say, well, Bozy's trying to undermine? And hey, I know Bozy felt that way. But guess what? I know there's other people that you've been trying to make big deals happen that felt that you was trying to undermine intricate pieces on how this boxing shit go too. You wanted to speak, you wanted to come out there for a meeting and speak directly to Demetrius Andrade and try to get a fight with him with BLK Prime without speaking to his manager? Nigga, are you stupid or dumb? So when I heard this shit break, right? Old cat out the bag. I haven't even been saying shit about Blue. But once again, he come out here talking about the cat out the bag. I say, well, let's listen to this. Because I already know the history. I know the history with Brian Norman. I know the history with Demetrius Andrade behind the scene. You know, he's trying to make all these phone calls and fly out there and have these one-on-one. I know the history on how he's trying to bypass role players that are contractually binded to these fighters. Blue Blood don't feel that he has to talk to them. That's how much an unprofessional he is. Not only that, the same reason why Terrence Crawford ain't talking to this nigga is the same reason Demetrius Andrade manager didn't want to talk to this nigga either. Because they felt some type of way about some words that he has said. But don't let me tell it to you, because on the YTC, it's all about keeping it real, asking the tough questions. Clickbait Central. I don't have to worry about none of that. I'm just going to talk shit about the fight. I don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about that. But it's a history with this dude. He tell y'all a percentage of the story that makes him out to be the king of all kings in the YTC with breaking news. Oh, man, you know, we look far and wide. We really gonna promote the shit out. No. I have to formally apologize to Brian Norman Jr. because I was hoping that he stick by his word and just left you out there hanging. Now, his dad was very low key on this whole thing. He didn't say too much about it, but I can speak on it. I can speak on it. I was really hoping that you stuck to your word and you really got this guy going. You know what I'm saying? Good dude. You really got him out in the spotlight. You say you was gonna promote the shit out of him. You didn't do a damn thing, dog. Nothing. Nothing, bro. You had the dang Terrence Crawford fight with BLK Prime out in Omaha, Nebraska. Truth be told, if you look on YouTube, it's no freaking interview with you and Terrence Crawford, and you are a BLK affiliate. You failed us. You failed individuals like me that wanted to be nosy. I want to say, God damn it, change levels. If you are who you say you are, I want to see you interview Crawford. I want to see you interview the man himself, because this is supposed to be the last fight in Omaha, Nebraska. The first fight BLK Prime, the first fight card BLK Prime is put on. I want to see how big of a king of king you are. You couldn't get the job done. Not only did you couldn't get the job done, you was doing unofficial commentary ringside, right? Then too many people see any media. You know what I'm saying? When they had the open workout there, Blue, you had the camera on you. But if you ever look at Showtime, you look at myself and plenty others that's out there doing this shit, right? The camera be on the fighters. Who want to look at you, nigga? We already know how you look. You're on live, goddamn, every 15 minutes, nigga. We ain't looking for you. We looking for the fighters that was on the card. That's who we wanted to see. We wanted to see the gym. We wanted to see the fighters. That's who we wanted to see. You over in the gym, posted up with shades on. Like people coming to you to get blessings and shit. There's a team, there is a protocol for fighters in boxing. They have positions for a reason. With those people that's in positions like managers, you have to follow that. Every time you release a story, you don't say you spoke to the managers. And this same sequence that just went down, this entire same sequence with Bozy and Jaron Ennis, you are not talking to the main people to make this fight happen. So therefore, you're basically leaving it to chance. You're just leaving it out in the open that we supposed to tie that knot together ourselves. That Cameron Duncan agrees with everything that you going on without contacting him. You know, Cameron Duncan been around for a while. He probably said, man, who the fuck is this dude? And why didn't he get in contact with me? If he's talking to Bozy, Bozy could have gave you my number. If you really want to, managers don't play that shit. They don't fucking play this shit, bro. They don't do that bypass, trying to make a fight behind my back. Oh, we already talked to people. Did you just hear what I said about Serafina? Serafina shut that motherfucking fight down, bro. A fight that was in his hometown. Very, very important. Got two brothers who's well known in DC. She said, nope, we ain't playing this game. You know, those of you that follow boxing know why it is what it is. She shut that shit down, pulled him from the card. They pulled him from the card. But to hear Blue Blood tell it, he can go around here and talk to fathers. He can bypass managers. He can do what the hell he want. And then you wonder why it never works. You're not making a fight of this magnitude without going through the proper protocol. Terrence Crawford cannot go up here and communicate. It's not his job to do it. That's why he has a manager for that. So you have to speak to the proper people, the respected people. You can't just go up here and then make choices on your own and say, you know, I'm going to put this all together myself. I made the phone calls. Well, you're leaving out some information. Who the fuck did you talk to that's considered to be a manager in this whole deal? And is that the manager's guidance moving forward? This whole shit is bogus, bro. That fight was never going to fucking happen. You can't go up here and just fuck off somebody's manager as if they're not there, and you're going to make a fight around them. That's the same shit you were saying Bozy was complaining about with Showtime. Oh, they believe BLK is trying to do some underhanded shit. What the fuck you doing, nigga? You can't go over here and goddamn talk to certain people and make a fucking fight and come out here on YouTube and make people believe that shit's going to happen without speaking to managers. Man, y'all listeners over there, man, y'all should know the same shit I know. Y'all sitting up there all goofy and shit all the way. Oh, man, yeah, you doing it. You doing it. Oh, yeah, for sure. You good. I'm telling you niggas, man, you need to hold yourself accountable and stop being so ignorant. Y'all need to understand boxing so much to the point where if someone's teaching you something, be willing to listen to what the fuck they talking about. And you should be able to decipher if this nigga is teaching me something or showing me something. Let them know, okay, I just learned something. Appreciate you. So what that's going to teach you? That's going to give you another layer to the boxing business. And anybody who's covering boxing from the exterior level, that means us looking in on the fight itself, us looking in on the fighter itself. But there's a whole nother inner layer. That is the business of boxing. That shit is very extremely complex. And I'm going to tell you, the complexity is that the stories that he put out to you all, that shit isn't right. He probably damn slapping himself in the face, said, damn, how he know about Demetrius Andrade though? How did he know the shit that we was trying to set up a meeting and talk to him about trying to get a fight? Who did Andrade end up signing to? Showtime. But they call themselves trying to link up and make arrangements to go out there and speak to Demetrius Andre without his manager being present? Hold up. You are. Does anybody know who Demetrius Andre manager is? Once again, I'm just asking some questions just for the common response of those in the chat, because I know y'all some smart individuals when it comes to this boxing shit. Who is Demetrius Andre? So therefore, who is his manager? So therefore, how are you gonna attempt to arrange a flight? You to go out there and speak to a fighter and think his manager is gonna be waiting in the parking lot in a car picking his nose? Who does business like that? Who want to pretend that they do business like that? Nah, bro, that's fucked up. That shit is fucking childish, man. Look, anybody will tell you that don't make any sense. I'm just being honest, bro. That nigga Bozy said he did sign. Nigga Bozy said he did sign, then they say they didn't. Which one is it? We seen the article that said Boots had a multi-fight network deal. Correct. So this way it comes into play about he's not attached to Showtime. Come on, bro. Everybody know you didn't sign the PBC. When the news broke you was with Showtime, everybody knew you was locked in. So now all of a sudden, when it comes to this particular situation, you had 2 free agents, and one of the free agents we didn't know that was actually free? Is that what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me Bozy and his son Jerron Ennis negotiated the Korean Chudikin fight all by themselves with a manager? You trying to tell me that was all them, and they got with the dang, Showtime, and they put this shit all together by themselves? Man, y'all smarter than that. Y'all smarter than that. Showtime said Blue don't know the game. But hey, what do I know? He don't know the game, bro. He don't know. He said I can't blame Blue for calling Bozy, since he's the one who's been publicly calling for Bud. Also, these managers are known for keeping offers to themselves. Let me explain this again, and appreciate your comment. Listen, this is not no friendship type of deal. Just because you know somebody who knows somebody, you're going to bypass that person who has a contractual agreement with that fighter. That's not the way it fucking works, bro. Who cares if Bozy was calling out the names? Who cares if Bozy was criticizing Crawford? Who cares? It's fighters that talk shit all the time. Bozy is just doing what he does. He's in the boxing game. His son's in the boxing game, man. He knows what it is. Bozy knows the situation. Once again, bro, I reiterate, they've already been in this type of situation. So I'm trying to explain to you. They're not trying to reseat themselves and put them anchors on them legs so they cannot freaking fly in the sport of boxing. They're trying to spread their wings and elevate. They're not trying to spread their wings while they're sitting down. And so it feels good. I just want to know what it's like to fly. They've already been in a fucked up situation like this. So you think Bozy is going to just communicate with Blue without basically informing the manager of his son? It's not going to work like that, bro. It don't matter if Bozy was calling out Crawford. You cannot do fucking business based off someone calling out your fighter. So what? You think a trainer can arrange business? Let's just say a trainer is talking shit about another fighter. So that person that's all of a sudden get a ping, right? The light bulb pings and comes on. These teams start communicating with one another to possibly fight. They start communicating with one another, possibly fight. Don't even reach out to the role players that's getting paid to do this. They make up all this freaking arrangements. They verbally agree on all this shit, percentages and all that. Yeah, we can get 50-50. Yeah, we can do this. We can do that. Yep. Make it happen. And, we can fight right up the street, too. Okay. And then all of a sudden, they going through a fight camp. The shit break. Hey, so-and-so and so-and-so, they getting ready for a fight. at the 130-pound division. Oh, it's going to be great. And this is going to be for a title eliminator. And the manager don't know anything about that shit. Because from what I'm seeing on the YTC, arrangements like this can be made with no repercussions. No, there's going to be ramifications and repercussions. You're not going to just talk to people like Bozy, and Bozy is just going to seal everything up himself without getting with the manager, without getting with Espinosa. You can't do it. So all this back and forth talk that Bozy felt that way, I know he felt that way. Come on, man. That means nothing, bro. You up here calling up someone on the status, on the level of Boots Ennis to fight. Not just, he's not fighting the Avanesian. You know what I'm saying? He's not fighting the Alexis Rocha. You're not suggesting those fights. You're sitting up here, what would be a next fight for Terrence Crawford? Well, Jerron Ennis, that may not be Team Ennis's plan to fight Crawford. Not just yet. So if you're not working for the team, why don't you shut the fuck up? I would have told you that's the dumbest shit. Nigga, did we tell you to put our name in the hat? Okay, we didn't tell you to put our name in the hat. Why are you sitting up here wasting our fucking day? We got shit we got to do. We got to go to the gym. Man, fuck that. I didn't tell you to say that we wanted to goddamn be the next in line. No. Good brother. This is I want, good brother. Listen to me, good brother. It's just, we was up here talking about, just trying to, you see what happened with the Adrian Brown situation. We was just trying to come up with ideas, brainstorming all that together, right? And we just wanted to talk, and we say, what can be a next, opponent for Terrence Crawford, to have a big fight, to come back strong, make this shit happen. And then, good brother. I decided to, put your name in there, Jerron Ennis. And, I ain't know what you had going on. It's been a while since you had to fight with Karen. We just thinking, hey, yeah, why not put him in there? Why not put him in there with Crawford? Come on, man, it's a deal of a lifetime. You're 23 years old. Time is a ticking. You're almost out the sport. Come on, good brother. You don't have much time left at 23. Come on. Brother, that is not the way it works. Did we learn anything from Henry Lundy's situation on how he attempted to pull out from Red Boxing International, a fight that was being held over there in Vegas? Did we not learn anything? Are we going to continue to run around here with big floppy ears, multicolored wig, big shoes, with a horn in our hand, tap dancing back and forth, running and shit, riding bicycles is way too small for us, but hey, to the crowd, it looks amazing. Are we going to continue to be a clown? Hank Lundy was locked into a situation. He wanted to get a bigger bag. They had paperwork on that dude. He tried to come over here to BLK Prime. They shut that shit down. You say you got a cut, but yet you're trying to get a bigger bag over here to fight on the 25th of February. They shut that shit down and red flag that man. So let me do some research. You know what I'm saying? Let me do some research right quick. I need to know something right quick. So y'all hit the like button for me. So let me put this information in here. Let me put the information in here again, because as to why these grown-ass adults want to be a part of the local circus. So I'm looking up Henry Lundy's box rec. All right? We're in March 7th, right? March 7th. And Henry Lundy is still suspended. Still suspended. Henry Lundy is still suspended. 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 Because he attempted to do some sideways back type shit. Still suspended. 39 years old, he is still suspended. So therefore, bringing us back to this blue situation. Why do y'all or anyone If he's telling you all, he's to all the wrong people. Yeah, he can speak to Bozy all day long, but Bozy has limitations. He can speak to BLK Prime all day long, but they have limitations. Somehow in between, the chronological shit didn't add up. On the amount of people, Zab Judah has limitations. Terrence Crawford has limitations. Terrence Crawford, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of damn meat is being left off the bone when we say, okay, who initially presented this to Terrence? Who? Who brought Boots in his name? It couldn't have been Blue Blood. Because if he see your number, he probably got them send that shit straight to voicemail. So who initiated? That's the story we want to hear. We want to hear all the bits and pieces. So my people at BLK Prime reached out to Terrence Crawford. And we presented this to him because he's not signed with us, first of all. We presented this idea. Since he has a freaking mandatory coming, we presented this idea. So with this idea, Boots would have had to be moved into the mandatory slot for this to even happen. So the idea had to be presented to Terrence Crawford. And for him to just say, Terrence Crawford say, yeah, Boots ain't never been in the ring with somebody like me. I don't care. Man, come on. That's not what we want to hear. We want to hear his inner thoughts, like his natural thoughts. What was his fucking natural thoughts when this situation came up? What was Bozy, Team Ennis' natural thoughts when this situation came up? You just out of nowhere say, hey, I'm calling from BLK Prime. I'm calling on behalf of BLK Prime. You already knew who I am, Bozy. Yeah, I'm the one and only. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports. I want to bring a fight to your attention and see if y'all want to take it. We got one of the best opponents you can get. Terrence Bud Crawford, you're going to get your highest paycheck ever. How about that? Because if you say it's okay, I can get back my people right now. We can start the ball rolling. We can start the ball rolling. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't think Bozy wanted this fight from the beginning, period. So if Bozy didn't want this fight from the beginning, why would communication go out to Steven Espinosa Showtime to even talk about this fight off the strength of what Blue Blood was telling the ITC? From a humanistic standpoint, a trainer, somebody who's naturally listening to this and what they actually have going on and what their forecast is moving forward in boxing. What's the itinerary going to be in boxing? Bozy would have said, this is not the route we want to go. If he would have told freaking Blue Blood Sports, this is not the route we want to go, there's no way to and tell us that, well, Bozy felt like it was underhand shit going on. That's before after they spoke with, they had a group call for an hour. That's before after. Truth be told, I have no idiots on deck, right? So it can't be after. Because the whole point was Bozy felt some type of way that they was trying to backdoor, underhand, and be slick about it with Showtime. They was trying to make a fight without Showtime, so it can't be after they spoke on the phone. It can't be that way. So now let's bring it forward. It has to be before Espinosa talked on the phone. So let's just say it's premeditated that Bozy Ennis thought that BLK Prime was trying to make a fight and undermine Showtime. That had to be before. Because there's no way you can have the president on the phone and you're trying to undermine the president of Showtime. That doesn't even make any type of sense whatsoever, bro. You know why it don't make any sense? Because during the whole Crawford and Spence negotiation, they was telling us all the time out here that Crawford can't do this, Crawford can't do that, Crawford can't do this, Crawford can't do this. It's no way. What did he want to do? What did he want to see? Why he want to see it? What he want to see? Why he want to see it? They was telling us all the logistics that they thought they knew that Crawford couldn't do. And here we go, Bozy Ennis thinking that BLK is trying to undermine Showtime. With that thought in Bozy's mind, he's not talking to Cameron Duncan. He's still going to call up Steven Espinosa. Hey, this is what I feel about this. I feel that they're trying to undermine Showtime and they're trying to do this and this without y'all knowing. I'm just giving you a heads up. So you trying to tell me Espinosa is still gonna get on the phone for a fucking hour and speak with BOK Prime about shit that's not going down? You know what, man? Y'all better than this shit, bro. Real talk. Y'all fucking better than this, man. Y'all better than this. Y'all smarter than this shit, bro. Y'all better than this, bro. I'm being as truthful as I possibly can. It doesn't take me to explain. It doesn't me to really explain all this shit like that. Like it is a difference when it comes to the business aspect. But some of this is common sense on how certain things in life, you know what I'm saying, operate the exact same way. There's a chain of command that you have to go through. There's a pecking order. A pecking order doesn't mean it's somewhat on the same line of a chain of command. A pecking order can just be the proper protocol for which you're supposed to follow. The chain of command, it's a format that's there. That is the design, people. You don't go outside of that format when you're handling shit in business and boxing, period. A pecking order is up to someone's discretion. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's a pecking order, this, that, and the other. Nah, I don't really have to speak to that person, to be honest. I can go to this person because I know him. It ain't going to affect nothing. It's, you know, I'm going to speak to that person. But a chain of command on something that is format that you have to follow. Michael Johnson Boxing Talk and more. What's good? What's good? Salute to everyone that's in the building. Let me get to some of this chat. The Outlaw Pugilist. What's good? He said salute BBB, Big Blunts and Boxing. I don't know what the hell is up with these dudes. He said a rapper from Bad Boy and a rapper from Death Row can go make an EP, a LP with a non-Death Row or Bad Boy producer and think it is going to be distributed on iTunes. Hey, man. When you put it like that, WCS, your point is very logical. Bozy needs to just keep it real and tell the world he's not the final boss. He has to get approval entirely. It's in its entirety. Bozy Ennis has to get approval. Not just look. Both of them have to be honest, man. You have to get approved. Look, if it was just teams out here running the show, we'll get a lot more fights. Like if we were just going off teams talking shit to one another, oh man, we'll have fights every week on fighters that we want to see. We have fighters every week. It's going down. That's not the way it works. Boxing is not set up. That's not the format. There's no need to get agitated because WCS, the person that they love talking about subscribers, listen, nigga, you can continue to talk about subscribers all day long. It's one host. It's one host. That host can be a motherfucking, he can have a background and they could have read, they could have studied, they could have the highest education, all that, and have very minimal subscribers. They can have 2 subscribers. But if they're willing to go out here and learn about what they're talking about, does that make them still inept just because they have 1 or 2 subscribers and they don't have a huge following? No. And in this case right here, if Blue Blood wants to go up here and parade around with 184,000 subscribers, right? And you've been around, your channel's been active, what, since 2017 or whatever you came on doing this shit? So if your channel's been on from whatever date you started, right? I'm looking at you like I expect you to be a lot more cleaner, a lot more tight with your, since you're trying to be in charge of the motherfucking parade and say, I made those phone calls. I did this. I did that. Okay, if you're going to do the shit, then be clean about it. Be organized. You know what I'm saying? Be more astute to how you go about this business and stop making it about you making fucking phone calls on a situation that didn't work. Anybody can read in between the lines and say, so what you talk to that person? So what you talk to that person? You making phone calls and we don't hear you talking about the managers? You have a track record in not talking to the managers, bro. You're no larger than apprentice at this shit. Why I call you an apprentice? Because if you wasn't an apprentice, bro, and you was experienced, you would follow the format. You would show respect to these people that's in place for these fighters, and you'll reach out to them first. Now, what Green said about, no, let me see. Not what Green said, somebody else has mentioned about sometimes the managers be keeping shit to themselves. Listen, you can talk to a manager about something, right? And then say he talked to Cameron Duncan. He turned around and talked to Bozy after telling Cameron Duncan he wasn't going to talk to Bozy. Cameron Duncan can't do anything to somebody just talking to a trainer or the father. They can't do anything about that. But if you're attempting to think you're going to do business and make a fight happen and talk about dates, where the fuck was the manager at? Ain't nobody talking about no motherfucking dates. Did you hear Blue Blood say who was on the phone? He said BLK, Steven Espinosa, Zab Judah. He didn't say he was on the phone because he wasn't. So Blue Blood wasn't on the phone, first of all, to know the real scoop. Second, did you ever hear him talk about the managers from Terrence Crawford and Jerron Ennis was on the line too? Maybe I missed it, man, because in my old age, I might have missed some shit. But I swear to you, right? I swear. Did y'all hear him mention anything about the managers being present on the phone call? Do you think for 1 second Showtime is going to get on a conference call without those individuals being a part of it? And you're trying to convince us that they was talking about dates? You're not talking about shit. You're not talking about a motherfucking thing, dog. You're not going to waste your time talking, and say, why y'all didn't come to me about this? What are you doing? Or you think you can just do your own business? I didn't tell you all to go over there and try to make no fight. I didn't do this. I mean, come on. That's when the eyes matter, right? They're Blue. That's when the eyes matter. Because you think you can skip over important people, but they let you know, I am here for a reason. I don't know what the fuck you doing, but I am in this position for a reason. So therefore, if you want to do business the right way, understand I is a person that you have to come see. If Blue Blood wants to be a manager of a fighter, okay, this is my advice to you, Blue Blood. If you want to be in the managerial business, if you want to know how things work and so forth, I will tell you this in all honesty. It's probably the most honest shit I've said the entire life in suggesting that you do. I suggest that you get with Manager Marty and you all have a behind the scenes, go on StreamYard and y'all have a behind the scenes and first of all, go through a brief introduction and tell him how long you've been wanting to be a manager, advisor, whatever you're trying to do. Him certain areas that you're deficient in, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you have a number 2 pencil and provide a notepad. You know what I'm saying? You can get a composition notepad anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Any little small store, you can get a composition notepad, right? And allow Manager Marty to give you a Q&A. I don't know how many questions he's going to ask you, but and then if he's asked you the question, then you actually start the process of listening. Once you want to listen to what he has to say, because he can line that shit up as a manager. He can. You need to take notes, bro. After you take all these notes and have this meeting, you need to damn have some you time and study, remediate, right? To next time you get in a situation like this, which you will, because you're busy telling motherfuckers that you actually a shaker and mover out here. You was up there putting your hand, yours truly, crack, yours truly, crack. Sounding like a toucan Sam and shit. Yours truly, crack. Yours truly. Yours truly. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. I'm getting too much. I'm getting too into this damn ad lib. I don't want my blood pressure to go up. How can you be so loyal to a network who doesn't respect nor acknowledge your son enough to sign him? That shit make too much sense there, Salim. He said, how can you be so loyal to a network who doesn't respect nor acknowledge your son enough to sign him? Because they was trying to insinuate that Boots wasn't signed to Showtime. You know what I'm saying? Chef said, in a restaurant, it is executive chef, chef the party, cook, chef trainer. Let a server talk to a cook about anything on the menu, huh? I see where you're going with it. You know Blue ain't reaching out to no manager Marty. Hey man, he needs to goddamn get with manager Marty with a motherfucking number 2 pencil or pen with a composition notebook. Make sure that shit is goddamn labeled on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? Class 101 boxing managerial information. Label that shit so you can remember. I'm being serious because listen, if you're claiming to be in this position, this is not the last time we're going to see Blue come on live and talk about this situation. This is not the last time. But if you're going to be attempting to make yourself a heavy hitter on the YTC, because I put it out there long time ago. I told you, I said, okay, if you consider your channel to be as big as it is, right? And you're going to continue to insert yourself in situations with BLK Prime in the future. You have to clean some shit up. You have to polish some skills. You have to get more knowledgeable on certain things. And I just feel that Manager Marty may be able to provide you assistance. Now, I don't know if he's going to charge you a small fee per hour. You know what I'm saying? I know you love your super chats, Blue, but I was saying, like, if Manager Marty charged you a small fee per hour for you to take down notes so you can be better equipped the next time you bring your ass out here and start talking that bullshit to us, maybe a nigga like sit up here with my hand. Okay. Oh, I see the difference. All right. I'd be like, Showtime, are you listening to this live? It seemed like he listened to what I said. Damn, this nigga, okay. He making some sense now. But I can't take you down that road, Blue, because I know several situations where you just want to talk to the fighter like you the motherfucking man. You can't do that. You can't piss people off first and then try to make arrangements to come out there and talk to their fighter. What? It doesn't go down like that, bro. You're doing sloppy ghetto ass shit in a sport that's been there, done that. Every alley you think you done seen, boxing has traveled that. Every pothole you've done damn felt while you was driving, boxing's been there. Every type of injury you can imagine through all the damage and the sacrifice these fighters make, boxing has been there. They've been there, bro. All this underhanded, grimy ass shit that you're trying to put out to us, somebody else has did it way before now. So for you to continue to sit up here, they say you can't talk about logistics. Yeah, you can. Because if you are a manager, if that manager, let's just say Manager Marty is locked in and he's Bosie's freaking manager. I'm talking not Bosie's manager. He's Jerron Ennis, but Bosie understands who the manager is. Let's just say Manager Marty is Jerron Ennis' manager. I guarantee it, regardless of what you think about Marty, there's no way that you would have damn sit up here and made all that communication and liaison talking this shit. And Marty's listening to this stuff on the YTC said, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to wait till it's my turn. I'm just going to wait because I respect Blue. He has 184,000 subscribers. And being that I do have experience as a manager, I'm just going to let it play itself out. I'm just going to sit back and watch. Sometimes it's better to be quiet than be vocal. Because they say a closed mouth, oh shit, a closed mouth don't get fed. Shit, I better say something. That's not going to happen, bro. That's not going to fucking happen. This nigga is going to tell you, hold up. Look, hold up. I thought I took your bum ass to the class. I gave you the motherfucking class so we won't have situations like this, bro. So you can be smooth about yours. So if Marty was the manager of Jerron Ennis, you know damn well Blue would have got on here and his language would have been different. He would say, well, after speaking to Ennis's manager too, along with Bozy, we was kind of, bouncing ideas off on if this fight can work. Because once I take this information back to BOK Prime, we're going to try to have a conference call with other names like Zab Judah, Stephen Espinosa, and Crawford's people on the phone at the same time. And Marty would be a part of that phone conversation. That's where I'm at with it. But when it all said and done, what we listened to the last several days is the fact that Blue's trying to parade around here like he's the king, like he can make all the moves. You can't do shit. And you keep fucking around, you're going to find your ass in a damn lawsuit. You keep doing little shiesty ass business, we're going to see how much you damn down with BOK Prime, and we're going to see how much BOK Prime down with you. Because if you saying that you're affiliated with them, but you want to go bypass people and pretend like you making deals behind them, the same shit Bozy Ennis was talking about, you're going to find your ass in some damn courtroom in a lawsuit for doing dirty ass business, bro. See, you ain't signing fighters, Blue. You're not signing any of these fighters, bro. Who gives a fuck about a phone call? That phone call has sub roots attached to it that has to be cultivated. There's areas. There's macro and micro. You have smaller areas that need to be dealt with for this to blossom into something real nice. You just can't go up there and think you're going to get the entire package right off the bat because of how many subscribers that they see on YTC. Brother, it doesn't fucking work that way. We're talking about a sport that's not even regulated, bro. Boxing is not even regulated, and you think you going around here and you're going to be the man that's checking all the boxes and bringing all this shit just based off a phone call? Man, you need to get closer to the sport. You need to really talk to some people. You keep on acting like you know the business. But I'm calling bullshit because that Demetrius Andrade situation happened before the Brian Norman situation. You're talking about a two-weight world champion, but you're trying to get in contact with that fighter without talking to his manager. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And you thought for 1 second that that manager was going to let that shit ride and you come out there and they don't have nothing to say to you? Man, get the fuck out of here. You want to let the people think that you was just talking to Brian Norman about some new deal being the face without talking to his manager? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, bro. You didn't have no dealings with AB. You didn't sign Adrian Broner for the fight that he had at BOK. You had nothing to do with that. But when you get on here, you act like you do. And then when we heard you on the conversation say some shit like, well, they was talking about this and they was talking about that. And, they was talking about, they was discussing something I can't discuss. They was talking about logistics. Nobody was talking about fucking logistics, bro. It wasn't anything complex except you. That was the only complex deal about this entire situation. Nobody was talking about no fucking logistics. The conversation didn't even get to that point where they was talking about, we can throw this fight in Vegas. We can do it. Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about logistics on why the fight didn't happen. The fight didn't happen because it never was gonna happen, bro. This is another situation that proves how sloppy the YTC can be. It just proves just another voice out here that's attaching themselves to situation. They can't even sit up here and deliver the information that I got. And look, I'm just an old dude with 9,000 plus subscribers that ain't doing shit. And I'm giving you information off what I've learned. I'm not attached to any fighter managerially. I'm not in it. I'm not an advisor or any fighter. None of that shit. But I like discussing and listening to people behind the scenes. Talk about the business so I can understand the shit better, right? So that's why I suggested that Blue need to humble himself. Sit down. Learn how to be the listener. Take I out your vocabulary. And call up Manager Marty for a class. That's all you got to do, bro. Let Marty get you right. Let Marty get you right with a goddamn class behind the scene. Take a day off. Take a day off. All right? Because he might be long-winded. Because there's a lot of damn knowledge you don't know. Take a day off from this damn YouTube shit. Get that motherfucking class from Marty. Study that motherfucker. So the next time you come up here, we're not going to the zoo, goddammit. We see enough monkeys swinging from vine to vines, goddamn acting goofy. We don't want to see motherfuckers just up there. Oh man, no, we ain't trying to go to a zoo. This ain't Jurassic fucking Park. We ain't trying to create a scene. Oh man, Tyrannosaurus Rex does actually exist. Unbelievable. We're not trying to do this. We want the real, authentic, genuine information when it comes to boxing. We don't need no motherfucking Vegas magic shows or nothing. So the next time you bring your ass out here and talk about some shit, we want that motherfucker to be organized, clean. We want you to line that shit up and know what the fuck you talking about. We don't want to hear, when they was I don't know what they said. That's between Espinosa and BLK Prime. I can't talk about that. I can't talk. Why not, brother? Of course you could talk about the shit. If you was on the phone, who gonna tell me I can't talk about the shit and I'm on the phone? Now, as experienced I would be if I was on the phone, right? That means I'm an important person. If I'm one of the important people that's on the phone, of course I can talk about, oh, well, this is what they was thinking about. The same bullshit we went through with Crawford Spence, all the logistics on who sent what, when they sent it, how long they think Crawford took with the paperwork, how long they thought PBC took with the paperwork, when this date's supposed to be. Oh, they supposed to originally fought at this date. They supposed to fight at this date of October. They was going to fight in November. They was going to fight in December. All that's logistics, right? All the fine details is out here in the public. People doing 1,000 motherfucking videos on this shit. But that fight didn't happen. So why in the hell you can talk about Spence Crawford all the time, but you can't talk about Boots Ennis and Terrence Crawford, a fight that was never going to happen? This shit was never going to happen, and you can't talk about no logistics. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. You know it. You know it. You know it. There's just certain things I can sit back and I can just let that shit just roll off my shoulder, and I don't want to speak about it. It's not worth my time. But when you come over here and try to think you have a audience that's not attuned to the BS, and then if they are, don't expect me to get acclimated to your BS without using a voice to say, listen, bro. When you say yours truly twice, back to back, I ain't gonna lie, I have an issue with it, because now you're trying to pretend like you're doing something masterful. You act like you're doing something that no one else has been able to equal. You're not. You just rah, 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 rah. All that rah, rah, yours truly, yours truly. See, people, you want to take shots at Manager Marty, talking about, You know, people want to say what I ain't. Fuck that. You don't have shit to prove to Marty. If your skill, look, if your level, your depth of knowledge was equal when it comes to speaking on the advisor or managerial position, right? It wouldn't be no shots. Because I'm not talking for him, but I'm just saying anybody. If they felt that you know what the fuck you was talking about, they would give you the respect, bro. They would say, okay, so and so know what the fuck they talking about. But maybe it's more people that's willing to look at him talking about rolling the tape than you sitting up here talking about, it's your boy. I mean, yeah, we know. It's your boy. Eyelashes, a centimeter long, hair color brown, skin tone, caramel, tapioca, neck length, 2 inches, arm length, 74 inches, height, 5'3.5", white teeth, medium build, wearing blue slacks, red shirt, a watch on his left hand, waves. Maybe you should take a little bit less time talking about superstar fighters and get with somebody who knows the shit you're trying to speak on, since you're going to be BOK Prime, and just enhance your knowledge, bro. That's all I'm saying, Blue. Real talk, man. I'm being as nice as I possibly can. You know, I'm being genuine. Real talk. Even though you think I'm on some bullshit, you know, I'm being nice, dog. God damn it, I'll pay. I'll send the cash app, right? Listen, I'll donate to the cause there, Blue. I want you to get educated. I reach out to the manager Marty so he can give you a one-on-one class outside of the YouTube community, because I'm all about helping the brothers. Real talk, Blue. I want to pay for you to get a one-on-one correspondence course from somebody who actually knows about being a manager. That's all. That's all, man. You can't say, oh, this brother up here trolling. Fuck WCS. No, WCS is willing to offer a donation to better assist you, Blue, for when you return with another bogus ass fight that you say you setting up. At least you can better explain it to keep a nigga like me quiet. If you explain that shit and I think you rolling the tape, I say, okay. I'm not gonna come over here and be a hypocrite and say, oh, you know what, he got that shit from Marty. No, I'm gonna say, okay, all right, shit, all right, cool, man. He seems like he on his shit now. All right, okay, I got you. I hear you. All right, yeah. You won't hear a word from me, bro. You won't hear a word from me, Blue. But when it's all said and done, bro, you far away from that. You need to humble, and you need to get that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And so you can tighten some shit up, man. Outlaw Pugilist on deck. What's good? Blue thinks he's impossible. It's so comical when he tries to act important. Hey, man, dude said yours truly with his finger up in the air, and he's in his vehicle by himself, y'all. He put his finger up in the air and said yours truly twice. I can't make this shit up, bro. I'm in my 50s, and when I recognize shit like that, that's just unneeded visuals. That's unneeded visuals. I don't need that visual, but since I'm being petty and nosy, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, he's making it about him. I thought it was about BOK. I thought it was about BOK Prime. I thought it was all about making these fights happen, the fighters. But it seems like it's all about him, bro. Him and his 184,000 subscribers. Shout out to True Media Today, USA Boxing in the building, man. Peace to WCS and salute to everyone in the chat. Let's get the likes up. For sure, Coach. Appreciate you. Shout out to Coach Malachi on deck, man. Appreciate you. And y'all definitely check him out at 1500. That's military time, 3 o'clock p.m., civilian time. You already know what it is. He doesn't want to get with manager Marty because he knows Marty knows the business and will expose him to his listeners. Understood, Showtime, but I put the recommendation out there. I was fair with the recommendation, Showtime. I said, hey, do it behind the scenes. That means you're going to have to cut your motherfucking camera on and look Marty in the motherfucking eyes as he goddamn school you, okay? You're going to have to goddamn get through that phase 1 first. Let him goddamn, okay, cut the camera on. If you don't want to goddamn look at the nigga while he talking to you, goddamn just say, hey, I'm feeling under the weather today. I'm just going to keep the damn, I ain't going to call, turn on the camera today, but make it quick. Man, say, brother, this session isn't going to be quick because it's a lot of ground that we have to cover, and I just want to make sure you have all. This is a one-time session, bro. I just want you to have everything you need from me. All right, and it's gonna be in depth. All right, so I want to make sure you have 2 things first. Do you have that number 2 pencil or a pen handy? Man, just come on, fuck that, dog. Don't talk to me like I'm a little kid. No. I'm just getting it ready because when we roll the tape, I want you to be able to take notes. All right? So, Blue, you're going to have to damn get that lesson, man. You're going to have to goddamn do it on a private session. And you and Manager Marty, you know what I'm saying, make amends. You feel me? Amend anything that was broken. So he can school you up on the position of being a manager, first and foremost, the format. So you won't be going talking to people that you don't supposed to talk to. You're going to find your ass in court, bro. And then you're really going to be on here with your hands up. Yours truly. It's your boy. I'm not in it. But it's your boy. Blue intros be like Superstar Boxer 3 visit chat $5 with something out there reach. You know what I'm saying, dog? Hey, listen, I haven't even been really going at that. I've been keeping it straight up, talking about the shit that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? On how he putting out this information. Like you gotta be a lot more formal. Even though you're in an informal setting, you still got to be formal when you're talking about top tier fighters, bro. This is not a game. You can't just continue to clout chase Crawford's name and you on some bullshit, bro. Like, you really on some bullshit that you don't even know what the fuck the protocol is. People laughing at you. They're like, oh, man, he's talking about he's talked to this person, that person. Why is WCS over here telling him who he's supposed to talk to? If you don't talk to these people and you leaving that out, how is your audience supposed to believe any of this shit is going to work? Because you're leaving out the managers. I'm gonna put it like this. Obviously, you don't understand how powerful the system of boxing is. People that work inside boxing understands how powerful and cutthroat this sport is. You think you can walk around without actually having a legitimate, solid position in the sport. You think you can just walk around and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can shuffle whenever you want to shuffle. You know what I'm saying? Slip over here, dip over there. You think you can do it without answering to people. And when you keep throwing Bosey's name in it, Bosey should have told you, listen, I know what you're trying to do. You would be okay prime. But listen, brother, there's a way that you need to go about this. And you're not doing it. You're not going about this the right way, man. When I ask you, did you speak to this person? You tell me no. Bosey should have said, I got a problem with that. You haven't talked to so-and-so? I got a problem, because now you're making it more tough for me. Because what you want to do is you want to bypass who you're supposed to speak to initially. And you want to tell all this shit to Bosey, who has to speak to that person anyway. So you want a man to stop what he's doing, who's really focused on training his fighters and everything, and do your job, Blue Blood? He's doing your job. No. The manager should be briefing Bosey. Hey, I just want to run things right. I had a conversation with this guy, whatever, from BOK Prime. He's trying to do this, and this. Okay, he's talking about your son, potentially facing so on. The manager is going to give that information. That's what they do, bro. A lot of these trainers ain't trying to do the job of someone they pay. They're paying. This shit is coming out their fucking check. So you think a trainer wants to hear all this shit, and you're gonna try to say, to listen to you, Blue, you seem like you was doing the underhanded shit. Because it seemed like you was trying to link up Bozy to speak to BLK Prime without the primary players being there. You talk about Zab Judah, and then you talking about bringing in Espinosa, which the shit don't make any sense about the underhanded, because it's no way that Bozy felt that way about BLK being trying to undermine freaking Showtime after the fact. Because he would be speaking about logistics and all that other shit, right? So this had to be before the fact. And then Bozy said, let's just get Steven Espinosa on the phone, and then just take it from there. If you getting all this information from Bozy Ennis, guess what? Where was freaking Bozy? What was Don Jaron Ennis' manager? What was Terrence Crawford's manager? Was the fighters privy to the conversation too? So did we have Terrence and Jaron, and did we have Espinosa, Bozy? Who all was on the phone call? That's all I'm saying. It's a plenty of people should have been on the phone call. For one person we know that wasn't on the phone call was you. Blue Blood Sports was not on that phone call. He was not on that phone call. You know why? Because when he started to stutter the way he did, that was a place he wasn't a part of, so his mind couldn't even present the recall memory. So bad to the point where he couldn't even create a story for us to believe. That's real talk, bro. Comments sound like how my dad used to talk to me when I was fucking up in school. You think you can just walk around this motherfucker and do what the fuck you want to do? Man, I'm just saying, dog. What? Look, we ain't stupid like that on this boxing shit. Like you up here telling us this damn fantasy world. Boxing doesn't operate like that. If you want to talk about big fish, goddamn it, it's a lot of motherfucking sharks in boxing. It's a lot. I done seen it with my own eyes. I done seen fighters get told one purse and then get paid another person after. I done seen this shit. I done seen fighters not even get paid at all. Irate. Want to fight. Want to wait outside. I've seen shit go down where a fighter could fight, but since the fighter lost weight, they want to say, well, nah, I know I had a fight camp. I'm just going to run away. I'm just not going to take the fight. Yeah, that's your choice. That's your choice. And what makes it even more is when somebody's telling that fighter, oh, you know you don't have to fight, right? You can just take the purse and run. You don't have to fight. For real? I'm going to dip up out of here then. Shit. Hey, call them up and make our reservations earlier. I didn't even know this. So this is my check, huh? God damn. All right. Thanks for telling me that. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. That's bullshit, dog. You tell a fighter that you know how to fight that person. You still gonna get paid. They miss weight. You don't have to fight that person. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to fight them. And I'm saying to myself, hold up. Why this don't go across the board then? You know what I'm saying? Why this don't go across the board? Because I'm curious to know why Shakur Stevenson and Hobson Conseo even fought. I'm wondering, did that person sit up there and tell Hobson, hey, you know Shakur missed weight, right? You know you don't have to fight. You can just go about your business. He's been stripped of the titles anyway. You know what I'm saying? He lost him on the scale, but you don't have to fight him. You know, that's shit you learn about if you on deck and you on the front lines. That's all I'm saying, bro. Coach, I seen them niggas on Twitter talking to you about MF pulling up. Who's pulling up? Who's pulling up? Somebody dropping the Addy again? Somebody dropping the Addy again? But hey, y'all already know, man. And look, I don't want to do a burnout on this topic too long, but I just want to reiterate because when people drop in my DMs with because you talking about certain people, they feel some type of way, right? I can go 2 or 3 months, but yet if I highlight somebody, they feel like I'm just going at them. No, I'm not going at them. Look, if I mention another channel's name about educating you on something, I'm being totally honest. When Marty was breaking some shit down to me about the managerial side, I was taking notes because I didn't know that information. I have no problem with saying that I took down some notes so I can understand this moving forward. But to other grown ass men, they might look at this as a competition. And then when you have people listening into your lives and you taking shots, subliminals, I don't like taking subliminals. I'll just rather say the name, bro. I'll just rather say the name. Like, what's wrong? It's the freedom of speech. I'd rather just say the name. Like, it's channels on here that mention my name. The forbidden language of WCS, they would never, because they might give me 2 more subscribers now. They'll say Scotty, 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 Scotty. They want to say that shit all the time. But what about WCS? That nigga clout chasing. But he only has 9,000 plus subscribers and only a dozen tune in to his live. I don't care. I ain't want to get that nigga shit. Fuck him, man. Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Goddamn bitch ass nigga always talking that shit, man. I hate that bitch ass nigga. Shout out to my people. God damn it. If I didn't come out black, I never would fully grasp the emotional distress of being called a bitch ass nigga. Oh my God, being that I am black and I've heard it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not to me, of course, but I'm just saying in the community of my people, I've heard them say, oh, that bitch ass nigga. I say, well. God damn it. Lord God, thank you for allowing me to be black. Because I get to hear certain obscenities that other people was not privy to on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we have a disagreement, people get angry, and the first thing you say, suck my D, y'all. Bitch ass nigga. Nigga always talking that shit. Nigga, I ain't playing. This ain't no game, you bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. Dude, goddamn, dog. I wouldn't want to be any other color. You know what I'm saying? Because who doesn't want to be the listening ear for this shit, dog? Hey, do you have your composition notebook? Man, goddamn, dog. It's your boy. Damn. Want to hear that shit you talking, man? Get to the point, nigga. What you teaching me today, god damn it? Damn, that nigga WCS done said too much about you, nigga. I am blue blood motherfucking sports, you dig? Height 5'10". Someday braid, someday fro. Gucci purse. F-type Jaguar. Trash in the front line. Come on, man, it's your boy. Half a hundo. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all. Goddamn it, y'all pissing me off. Refresh this goddamn super chat right goddamn now. I'm about to goddamn squeeze off on y'all motherfuckers. Refresh the super chat.
Excuse me, sir. Is it a such thing as refreshing the super?
Hey, you know how long I've been around here? Look at my subscribers count, 84,000. When I say refresh the super chat, that's what I mean, goddamn it.
Oh my God.
I know I'm not looking at this. It's 250 in the building. I only have 196 likes. Oh my God. Oh my God. You see this shit? You see how YouTube, I just had 200 some people in here, and all of a sudden, since I was reminding y'all to hit the like button, YouTube, now they took away my goddamn viewers. I got 50 viewers tuned in. I got 50 motherfucking viewers tuned in now. It went from 250,000 viewers to goddamn 50.
God damn.
Refresh that super chat. Do it right goddamn now. I ain't playing. I'm about to start. Hey, wipe your motherfucking paws, okay? And when you touch my doorbell, you better have some motherfucking goddamn hand sanitizer on that shit. I better see you go over there and get the hand sanitizer, rub that shit together before you touch my doorbell. You don't come in here without a mask. The fuck you think this is? Refresh that motherfucking super chat. You dumb motherfuckers. God. I swear to God, if I have to tell y'all again, refresh that motherfucker minimal. $5 freaking. Cinco for your boy Blue. Man, I'm out, dog.